Okay, lights. I love that. Remote control. Okay, so today we're going to do a little bit of a test of this diesel heater, because someone says to me in one of my previous videos, how safe are they? They are very, very safe if you've installed them correctly. On the previous video, I'll put a link in the description just down below. And what I did, I fitted this to a turret. So it's a 30mm turret underneath here. And that goes down to the metal floor, through the metal floor. It does not touch any of the wood anywhere whatsoever, and it goes completely outside. If I could show you that, if I put the light on, let me show you. I'll get on the floor, just press my finger in the way. Okay, there's the exhaust, and it's all outside, everything. The exhaust is outside, it's all tucked away, lovely, look. Not touching any wood or anything. That's the idea. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to fire it up, and then, so I'm just going to get the remote control, 2 seconds, put my glasses on. Also, I'm doing a quick test. I'm going to leave it for a few hours just to prove a point. I've connected it to a marine fuel tank at the back there, which is made just life for making life a lot easier for convenience for, oh blimey, get your words out, Mark. Making my life a lot easier when it comes to refilling. All I do is disconnect it, take it outside, fill it up, put it back in again. Because we all know what smelly diesel smells like. Okay, let me just fire this up first. Where are we? So you press the button once and that sinks it. It sort of says, oh, ready to connect, and then hold the button down. There we go, it says on. So while that's firing up, it'll go through its sequence. So you can see the heater plug. Not yet, is that the pump? That's the, I can't think what that is now. It's one of them anyway. I think one comes down here. Then you got the pump, and then you got the heater plug, and then yeah, the pump will start kicking. The pump's down here. That's right. Anyway, let's go look at the back. 2 seconds. There we go. So this will be not so much encased. It'll be in, so it's pushed back nice and tight. There'll be a support, either some sort of ratchet or something going back. I've sussed it out, and we'll have a piece of wood across here, all boxed in nicely, a small piece, just so we can just slide it out, refill it, make sure that's open, and then when you're traveling, you just make sure you close that, because any splashes will come out, it might leak out. But the beauty of a diesel, you're not going to have your diesel heater running while you're driving. I wouldn't have thought anyway. And then you just disconnect this by pushing the button in, pull it out, and then you're going to get a little bit of spillage out of that tiny amount, which I'm not worried about. Look, so we just get a cloth and wipe that. Okay. Okay, so the pump's just kicked in. There you go. There's a slight smell. Oh, come on! There's a slight smell of burning because the gas fumes are coming outside, and I got the door open. So I'm going to close the door now. There we go. Right, so we have a fire angel. Oh no, it's not, it's a Nighthawk. Okay, we have a Nighthawk which will go nicely there, and we'll also got a temperature gauge which I'll put there as well. Okay, so it's 10.5. It's not 7:15, what is it? No, I haven't put that back yet. Anyway, okay, 6:15, 6:19, and the Nighthawk, which is a carbon dioxide alarm. So if anything's coming out of this, that's going to tell you. I can show you that for nothing. Okay, so let it fire up, and then it goes down to 8 Celsius, I believe. I'll show you all that. It just kicked in. Burner, you can hear the burner firing up. All there is, there's a combustion chamber inside there, and all it's doing is heating the diesel up, which is burning inside the combustion chamber, and that fan is blowing air from inside the vehicle, drawing it, pushing it over the fan, over the heat exchanger, which is the chamber it's being burnt in, and through again, and it's just doing a complete cycle. So it's using the air in the vehicle. There's no air being drawn from any fumes or anything. It's totally independent. Okay, it's reached the temperature I set it at, so we're now just ticking over beautifully. We're going to leave it for a few hours, and we're going to monitor this, which is the Nighthawk carbon monoxide alarm, and the temperature is going up already, so it's now 11.2. So we'll come back in a few hours, and I guarantee that's not going to be going off, because there is no smell in here whatsoever. It's just lovely warm air, and that's it. Okay, so if you fit them correctly, you haven't got a thing to worry about. Famous last words. But no, I'm seriously, you know, if you've done it and sealed it, that plate underneath on there at the bottom, that is sealed around the top of the wood here. Okay, so it's sealed there. It's also sealed outside as well. So where the turret hits the metal floor at the bottom of the van, that's got seal around it as well. So really, there's no way. And then you've got the exhaust, which is actually screwed to the exhaust port, which then goes out and which is then bolted to the bottom of the van. There's no way any gas is going to come in there. Okay, so we'll give it a test in about, we'll come back in about 3 hours. Okay, it's been going now for a couple of hours, pouring down. Let's go have a look inside quickly because I want to get in and see what the temperature is. Okay, it's not over toasty, but very comfortable. There we go, 14.1 at the moment. No alarm, I didn't think it would be. You could just about hear the pump, okay? And that's what I was going to test, that's all I wanted to do. So, some light on the matter if we can. There we go. Okay, so it's 14.1, it's very comfortable in here. And yeah, nothing, absolutely nothing, that's great. Okay, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and a like, that would be great. And we'll catch you in the next one. I'm going to turn it off because I don't want to leave it on overnight. I will do that test, but not until I've sorted everything out first and tied it up, make sure there's no risk of anything. So where it's all settled and pinned to the wall and all the cables are in properly. Alright, take care, all the best.